What's good, YouTube? You already know the deal. It's your boy Savage Studios checking in. You already know, dropping another banger for you during this quarantine, trying to keep everybody busy. So we ain't gonna drag this out, man. We're gonna get into the first time your boy caught a DP, caught a discipline, caught a chequeada from the Sud when I was a Sureño. I was 19 years old, and I didn't like to follow no rules, straight with the business. Used to love taking off on people, putting in work any chance I get, smashing on a celly, whatever the case was. Anytime someone needed to be disciplined, your boy raised his hand, and that's the way it goes. So before we get into this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if that's what you want to do. You already know, much love, much respect. Let's get it. So y'all already know, man, 18, 19 years old, headed upstate to reception, man. Your boy was extra turned up, extra keyed up, not listening, not taking no rules. I didn't respect a lot of the rules that was already there. There was a lot of good homies, a lot of good camaradas, or whatever you would say, whatever you would call them, that I have respect for. But at the end of the day, some of the things that I didn't like, that I could never understand, was the fact that we could never put hands on each other, that we could never fight with each other. It's not that I was looking to go and try to fight people or put hands on people, but it's like I just always had this feeling that all these homies was being extra out because, you know, we couldn't put hands on them. So they'd get little attitudes or whatever. It's like I can't go smack the shit out of them or take off on them, for the simple fact that I'm gonna get disciplined. Well, after a certain while, you just stop caring, man. That don't even start to be a problem for you. You just like, man, I'll take whatever I got coming. And in this specific situation, me and my celly weren't getting along, man. And he was a little bit older than me at the time. But me and him just was like in two different circles. Like my car was deep. The San Fernando Valley car was deep in reception. So, you know, I'd come out, hang out with them. I can't even remember where dude was from. Somewhere from the IE or something. So he'd come out and he'd go hang out with his homies or whatever. And we kind of got along at first. Like we played pinochle and spades and cards all through the night. We did a lot of gambling, and I think that put a lot of tension on things. But I don't know what it was. I just felt like, because I weighed 150 pounds when I hit reception. That's a lot different than 232 pounds that I am today. So being that tall and skinny, it kind of just made me, I guess you would say, like an easy target for those who thought that they could whoop me. But what they didn't understand was I've always had the heart to in a fight. You fighting a cane corso, you fighting a bull mastiff. You feel me? It didn't matter how much I weighed. I'll do anything to win. And that's kind of what happened in this situation. So long story short, one day me and him, I'm already fed up with this dude. I'm not feeling them. They serve us our breakfast. They serve us coffee cake. I eat the coffee cake. My stomach's full. I'm packed, man. I drank the milks. I'm good. I'm cleaning the floor, right? I used to tell my celly, hey, just kick your feet up. Let me just clean the floor real quick. Hit it with some shampoo, whatever. So I'm cleaning the floor, and he's like, hey, fool. He's like, me and you ain't getting along. He's like, I'll just go to the cops and just let them know that if we can get a cell move, because that me and you not getting along. And I'm like cleaning the floor, but I stop and I look up at him and I'm like, the fuck you mean we gonna get at the cops? What you mean, fool? You saying you trying to PC up? You trying to PC up out of my cell? You want to go to the cops to PC up? And he gets up off his bunk like, hey, fool, what are you talking about? What do you mean? So I get up too, and this is kind of the situation when you have a lack of experience, because I was 19, right? Freshly 19. A lack of experience you learn from your mistakes in life, regardless if it's reading, homework, book, whatever the situation is. It could be implemented in prison too. So I get up and I'm like, well, what you mean? And he pushes back against the little desk in the chair, and he's just like, hey, fool, you need to calm down, fool. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I need to calm down. So I start walking up on him, right? I get up on him, right? This fool goes from like this, like he has his hand up like, hey, fool, kick back, kick back, kick back. And then I see it in his face. He makes the stupidest face in the world. He's just like, and then he cracks me. Bam! Hits me in my lip. That's the only hit he hit me in my face. Hit me in my lip. And then at the same time, when I turn like this, he tackles my midsection and spears me from the back of the cell all the way to the front of the cell. Boom, I hit the door. Picks me up. Boom. Remember, I'm 150 pounds. This fool used to play soccer all day long, man. He used to, after dinner, he used to just sit there and run for hours. Just run in place. So he had very strong legs, man. He had very strong legs. You know what I mean? I was flying all over the cell. And then I was hitting my head. He was busting my head on like the sink and everything else that I was hitting. It wasn't from him. It was from the shit that I was hitting. So finally he gets me on the floor, pinned into the corner by the door. Now, mind you, the CO in the block knows what's going on. The whole house is shaking. This is a 270 design level 4. So it's like when you walk into the tundra, right? Let's say I'm walking in, there's one section and then there's two sections. So it's like a box or a square without one other piece. So it's just 3 sides to the square and they all have cells, bottom tier and top tier. So I'm sure you guys seen it on videos. So the whole building was shaking, man, because we was rumbling. We was thundering in those cells, man, just thundering. Up against the door, up against everything. Blood everywhere because everything was just spilling out. My shit, my head, his face, everything. So, and then even when I bit him, because he had me trapped by the door, and I'm thinking, and he's punching me in my wings. He's hitting me in my wings, right? And he's talking big shit, you know what I mean? Because he's got me pinned on the floor. A little skinny nigga got me pinned on the floor, right? And he's like, yeah, you fucking bitch, dude, you fucking talking. All you do is fucking want to talk that shit. And I'm holding his head. I'm holding his head down, right? And I'm thinking, and I got my legs crossed over his thing. And I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to get this fool off me and get out of this predicament? And then I said, you know what? He started talking so much shit. That shit just made me extra mad, extra hot, extra savage. So I just said, you know what? Screw it. I already had his head right here. I reached down and I bit him. I bit hard. I bit so hard. Instantly, blood. I could taste blood all through my teeth. Blood all in my mouth. This fool screamed. Top of his lungs. Like he was trying out for some Whitney Houston karaoke and shit. Screaming. Ah! One of the homies comes up. He's a porter, but he also has the blocks. He also has the block for the homies. I think he even had all the reception. Fool from Verdugo and shit. I ain't gonna drop his name or whatnot, but he's like, hey, fool, hey, homies, hey, you guys good? He's like, stand that shit up, because Marcelli was already in the process of falling on his ass, because he let go of everything. When I bit him like that hard, he just started screaming. I pushed him back. We was both getting up. So homie comes to the door. We stop, and he's like, hey, man, y'all good? You know what I mean? Like, stand it up, man. Let it be good, man. Y'all good? I look at Marcelli. I'm like, man, fuck no. I bomb him. Take off on his ass again. Start lighting him up. First thing this weenie-ass fool does is fall back into the bottom bunk area. And see, the bunks are like right on top of each other. And then in that same hallway, it's the lockers. So you got like this little hallway to stand in to navigate the middle of the hallway. So I'm trying to get in there and get to him and trying to push his feet out the way. But he's starting to kick me on my balls, my testicles, my stomach up against the locker. So as he's kicking me, he still got the audacity to still talk crap to me. He still has the audacity to still be calling me names from bicycle position where he's just bicycle kicking. You know what I mean? Like a little pussy. He don't want to get up. So at this point, the damage is done. There's blood all over the walls, blood all over the sheets. He's all beat the hell up. I was lighting him up good. My shit's all busted. It's blood. I feel like throwing up. All that coffee cake that I ate that I was nice and full, man, it's like right here. This fool gets up, right? And I'm like, what's up, fool? You want to go again? And he's like, nah. He's like, hey, I'm good, bro. He's like, I'm good. He's like, man. He's like, what happened to you, dog? You just went off on me, bro. I was like, I went off on you. I was like, you sucker punched me, bro. You sucker punched me, bro. You know? But we ended up like, since we was, you know, camaradas, homies in the same army, I let it be. And everyone in the vent, this is reception. We ain't got no TVs. We ain't got no boombox. We ain't got no radios. So everyone in the vents heard everything that happened. So we let it go. This fool's later on, he's in the mirror while I'm on my bunk. And he's like looking at his face and he's all mad. And I'm like, what's up, G? You need them run backs or what? You want to get down again? And he's like, nah, fool, I'm good. He's just like, man, my shit's all fucked up. I'm like, you gonna go to Dayroom? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why you gonna go to Dayroom, fool? You gonna front me off to all the homies? I knew everyone had already heard, but I don't need this fool going out there showing off his face. My face was good. I had the one little purple mark from when he sucker punched me. Other than that, my face was good. So sure enough, they run Dayroom. This fool goes out there and he's showing his face off, walking up to the pinochle tables, just showing off his face so everyone could see. They're like, damn, they're doing double takes of his face, then looking at me. I'm walking laps with my car, with the San Fernando Valley car, and all my homies from the hood was like, hey, fool, we got you. We'll go against the grain. We got you, bro. If anyone got something to say, they're going to have to get off on all of us, fool. So sure enough, homie that's got the whole spot ends up spinning laps with me. And when he ends up taking me around, he's like, hey, what's up, little homie? He's like, man, you fools went at it. Gotcha. Y'all went at it like some pit bulls, man. I was like, yeah. He's like, man, what happened, G? I was like, man, nah, fool, I just don't like how he was trying to basically hit up the cops. I didn't know no better. You know, I didn't understand, like, the process of trying to get a new cellie. All I heard was him wanting to go to the cops to say that we weren't getting along in the cell. So I used that opportunity and capitalized on it. Looking back, I wouldn't do the same thing now, obviously, but you know, your boy was turned. Your boy was turned all the way up. And then, and you got to remember, I came from West Valley County Jail, and I had my name ring bells all through that place. All through, I had the whole dorms. I had the 8 module, A, B, C, D, E, and F. I started there as a scrub, man. I was just a regular homie. Then I became rep. Then I became Yavetto right there. So hitting the pen, I was already extra turned up because people already were throwing a little bit of salt, saying I was running things this way or I shouldn't have been running things this way. So yeah, your boy starts, you know what I mean, your boy's pulling up already on edge because of, it's not easy to run a pod. It's not easy to run a dorm, a pod, or a whole section, you know. It is, I mean, it is easy when you get into it, but it's not easy for the simple fact people are always going to be pissed, disgruntled, or anything, you know what I mean? There's been, I'm not going to lie, there was people that I had smashed out of the pod that I've seen in other pods that they were still pushing, but I was just doing my job. If you came in with child endangerment or anything like that, I had to do what I had to do, regardless of who you were, who you're related to, and what your story is. So anyways, I pulled up, he saw that, you know, the homie who had all attachment reception, he knew I wasn't with no bullshit. He knew I was just young and reckless and ready, you know what I mean? Ready to go, 24/7, ready to go, you know what I mean? But so anyways, we're walking labs. He tells me basically that I owe the pad, you know, and that I should understand that. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, you know what I mean? So he's like, look, do the 1,300 burpees, your celly do his 1,300, and both of you guys can be expecting some putazos, which is just, you know, an even exchange of punches and just me probably get a 2-on-1. So sure enough, that nighttime day room, I'm walking labs. And somebody comes over from a different hood. I'm walking with my car, and he's like, hey, G, he's like, can me and the homie talk to you real quick? And I look at his shoes, and they're laced all the way up. Tight. You can tell there's other little significant factors. He's got his things all, everything's all tied up. And the dude he's walking with looks scared as hell, right? Because he doesn't know, my car is known for going against the grain. He doesn't know for, my homies wanted to just pack him out. So I'm like, nah, fool, I'm going to take what I got coming, dog, and go from there. You know, these fools look like lames anyway. So I start spinning laps. Me and these fools start spinning laps. And both of them try to put me in the middle, one on the left, one on the right. And before anything could even happen, I separate back, and I'm like, what's up, fools? You fools want to get down or what? And bam, we just start going. I made their job easier because they didn't know how to really approach me with the aspect of, are we just going to start swinging on this fool? Are we going to pretend to spin laps? I think that's what they wanted to do, was like spin a couple laps with me and then just start taking off on me. And I recognized that. So when I felt that vibe, I just pushed off and I was like, man, what's up, fool? What you fools want to do? Like, it made it seem like I called them out in the day room. Sure enough, we start getting off. They shoot the dude, one of the dudes who I was getting down, they shoot him with the block gun 2 times. He got hit twice. He got hit once while fighting with me, and then he got hit once while on the floor. We all got, we didn't get pepper sprayed. They hit us with those grenades that give off all the white stuff. So we end up going to they take us straight to the hole in Tehachapi. And we sign off our chronos. Everything's good. They actually kick us out. I don't think that same night they kicked us out. They kicked us out like 3 days later. We all went to like a committee or something. Like you go before the warden and the captain and lieutenant, and none of us said nothing. We all were like, nah, it was just a misunderstanding, or whatever the case is. We all signed off, and they just let us go right back. So I went back to the same block. When I went back to my block, my old celly was gone, though, thankfully. A little dirt bag, you know what I mean? He was gone, but and I'm pretty sure he probably did end up PCing up that time, because he actually had left right after this whole incident with me and him happened. He left. I don't even think he took what he had coming to this day. But I just thought I'd share that with you, man. It's just a quick little DP story that your boy went through. Thanks for rocking with your boy. I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I'm sorry it's not as long as you want it to be, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. I hope you like. Stay tuned. Much love. Savage Studios. You already know, baby. Deuces.